Hey guys, it's your welcome to this Hall of Fame interview. I'm here with Shyam Kukreja. Shyam came into our community in September 2020. He is an AWS Solutions Architect. He's been in the IT industry for more than 13 years and more than 7 years focusing on cloud. And he's got a community called the Cloud Champions Club, also known as C3. Okay, he's got more than 39 students in his paid community. He's based out of Pune, and he's been able to achieve over 5.61 lakhs in the last 11 months implementing the systems here. And he's a part of our Warriors Hive. So all of you Warriors, cheer up your fellow member. You got 5,000 points coming into your into that group. So Sham, phenomenal journey and a very micro niche that you've actually picked, and you've been able to encash over 5.61 lakhs. Congratulations and welcome to the Hall of Fame. Great to see you here.
Thank you so much, Sidz. Thank you so much for making me part of this community, and more importantly, I'm more than happy to have a mentor like you, Sidz. So thank you. All credit.
Thank you.
Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate that. And before we get into your journey and other things, just tell us, like, what are the top 3 things that have changed in your life personally after coming into ILH? Because you would have been a typical software engineer doing typical stuff and probably never trained and whatever. You would have done training, but very technical stuff. So tell me, what are the top 3 things that come to your mind that have transformed you in the last few months?
So actually, I was not a typical trader because somehow making complex topic look easy is my main forte, I would say. And I have been teaching since my school days, not formally, but yes, I am part of my passion. But yes, when I came to community, I think the first and important thing that I have is mentor, because Sidz, believe me, there was a point when I was thinking, I was sure that I need a mentor, but I was never able to resonate with anyone. And there was a point when I felt, am I demanding too much, or are my expectations too high, or is there any kind of mentor who will meet my requirements? And all those questions were unanswered until I hit you. So at that point of time, I really felt like, okay, like whatever my expectations were, those were right, and we should keep looking until we find it. So that's one thing, the right kind of mentor. The second thing is mindset, Sid, because believe me, this is, if I talk about my entire life, this is the second point when I feel that I am totally in my control. Yes, I'm not completely there, but yes, I'm on that journey. And there was a phase, like when I was in my college days, there was a similar phase when I felt like I was completely in my control. But then, you start your office struggle, and moreover, I started my career in 2008, which was a core recession period. So a lot of hitbacks and obstacles in way. But yes, like I said, this is the second phase. So this is the second point. The third point I think is a like-minded community. So because here, earlier, believe me, since I have tried 2-3 different businesses. I am also a life insurance advisor. I am a health insurance advisor. I have been advising in mutual funds as well. Tried different things, but somehow I was not. Whoever connected with me was for some particular purpose, but no one was able to walk with me or help me. But here, with a like-minded community, I think now everyone is talking business, but it's more ethical form. So I think mentorship community has helped me a lot. So these are the 3 factors I feel.
Amazing, Sham. Thank you for that. I mean, that's exactly why I created a community where people are aligned to what they want to do. They're helping each other, supporting each other, and money is a byproduct of adding service and providing great quality impact and results for the people. So I'm so glad that these were the transformations you experienced, and the mindset part.
It's all because of you, Sidz. Like
I'll attribute it to my mentors. If not for them, I would not. So we are all just channels, but I'm glad to have been that instrument in your life, just in the last few months. Amazing. So tell us about your journey. Like, when did you decide to get into AWS cloud, like as a core area that you want to start teaching people? And connected to that, are you still in a job and you're doing this on the side, or you're doing this full time?
No, I'm still in a job, 9 to 5 job. So
nice.
I started back in 2010. So my journey was interesting. Like in 2000 earlier, I almost started my career in a with an what we call a call center. But somehow my family didn't resonate with it. So I had to leave that first company, Infosys, in the very first month without taking my first salary. And that too just because of my family. And then I started looking for something. So I joined a training center here in Pune, where I was trained on all different technologies like Linux and all those things. fortunately, so I hit that platform by chance, but I stayed there by choice. I think I loved working on Black Window, that's Linux. That's where I continued. And 2010 was the first time when I wanted to learn something new. And we were in this phase of December where all those production changes freeze. So my technical lead, I remember I was working with Patni Computers, and my technical lead, he came up with the option like, if at all you want to make any technical, non-technical presentation, go ahead to suggest those topics. And I had very curiosity to learn cloud. So I thought, how would I learn? So I directly recommended my name for cloud presentation, and I knew nothing about it. But I thought once I proposed with that name, I will jump into it, and I explored. So I explored where my company stands into it, what is this technology about, and I made that presentation in those 2-3 weeks. So that was first point when I made presentation, even when I didn't know anything about cloud. And based on that, I worked up for 3 to 4 years. I didn't have cloud platform then, but yes, I was exploring the technology. And back in like 2014 was the first time when a director from TIPCO company from US interviewed me. So I was able to put forward convince them that, okay, I know all these technologies. Unfortunately, hands-on is something which I don't have, but I was able to prove all those things, and they found that value in me, and that's where they gave me a chance. So I started as a first CloudOps member with TIPCO, but then we grew up a team from 1 member to 15 members, and
Nice.
from 1 products to 9 different products in matter of 3 years.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I mean, that's been your journey of getting into this whole space of cloud. And when you came into our community in September, at that point of time, I'm pretty sure you'd have been clear about your topic and your niche.
Correct.
But how like based on whatever you went through, how were you able to structure your delivery process? Because I'm sure, I mean, a topic like this people can learn for many years also, to go deep into each area. So how has your whole curriculum design process and restructuring it for the digital space and teaching people, tell us about that journey. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little, if I go a little back, so I already had 2 of my courses published online. But the problem that I was facing is, so I even though like I was teaching in a classroom training, and I mean, apart from office job, so I was doing a classroom training. I had some blockers in my office in 2018, and that's what the time I was looking out for coming out of that phase. So I was in a low phase, and I think I loved interacting with students. That's where I started with the classroom training. And in classroom training, this was one of the top 5 institutes here in Pune who had new branch. So we were getting less inquiries, but I still used to get started with 4 students in a batch. So fast forward to from October 2019 to March 2020, before we broke for COVID, I had covered 4 or 5 different batches, 24 students, and I could see that only 2 students were getting results. Like 2 of them went for the certification process and those things, but rest 22 did not resonate with that. And that is where I could see the problem statement, but I didn't connect those dots until I hit yours. And the problem was, so I was doing a classroom training. I had 2 of my courses online, but major of my courses, so online you could see the courses are sold at so cheap prices, like $500, and most of the chunk was taken by the platforms, like 50%, and you can say your other people like who promote your courses. But I used to get only 25 or 50%. That's where I thought, I should explore XCO and those system. And I was looking for a perfect ecosystem. So, and I remember before I hit your, what we say, video, somehow Sid, I just wanted to agree that somehow I was not able to resonate with your, the traffic the advertisement over traffic. Okay. But what happened is I jumped into one of the webinars of one of the training and coaches. There I again saw your pic, who that trainer claimed to be your mentor or something. And then I was feeling like, okay, I have been watching this guy and I never went inside your course. So that's when I went into your course, and I was able to find that ecosystem. So ecosystem that I was looking for is, the SEO thing, and, how to do marketing. So sales is again one of the important thing which I think I lagged over. So all this I was able to see in that your webinar. It was a pre-recorded, and I was almost sold on that pre-recorded thing. And the last thing which I said is I was sure I'm looking for a mentor, and I was not able to find that. So that very moment when I saw your recorded webinar, I was very sure I hit the right point. So this was the whole journey.
Fantastic. So from going into being on other platforms. Now you started to build your own ecosystem. And now when you're starting to build your own ecosystem, I also tell, no, don't just sell products, don't sell courses, you build communities. So how has that experience been for you now that now you're not just giving information, but you're carrying a lot of people with you and you're caring for them? So tell us about that experience.
So yes, so already people do not, I see, they do not follow their passion. Fortunately, I have been following my passion, so that thing was already there. But two major things that I should say I got from your community is first, the kind of environment, like like you say that it's more important is context, like what how do you explain. So and
Yes.
I learned that from you. And thanks to you, Sidz, because you also introduced us to the teachings of Blair Singer and those things. I went to his the Master of Masters training, those things as well. And I was amazed to see, it's not like technical thing, of course I was good at, but how you can put that in a proper cup, seal all those things, and ensure that the community is rightly nurtured. So context and explaining and using the right tools, and all those marketing things in the sense which are which add flavors, so how you nurture the community. So I'm talking from that perspective. So that whole together helped me a lot. So technically explaining or making complex things easy is one of the things, but again how you nurture the things, and again mindset, Siddharth, believe me, most of my community members, I'm glad to say I have 7 cloud champions. So my definition of cloud champion is whoever cracks the job or whoever completes the certification. So this is purely what I call as ROA, result oriented approach. So that is being possible only because of this, what I say, non-technical blockers, and it's not a technical. And what I say is technical course is same. That's what everyone would get in those typical classroom training sessions. But this mindset block where we pull ourselves down, this is which I think I am strong at in my community, and that is just because of you and the mentors like Blair Singer and all those people. So
thank you, Shyam. And I don't think anybody in AWS would be giving this approach to teaching, right? It'll be unique, because Blair says, it's not about what you teach.
Correct.
It is about the way you teach it and who you are as a person. And that creates that magic. And again, you can't change people, but you can change the environment. Like you said, if you change the environment, they also change. And that's how you're able to create results. Yeah.
But more importantly, see, mentorship is not something that is so common in technical space. It's very common in mindfulness, health, and
yes.
But no one talks about mentorship and this technical thing. And this is where I'm trying to crack the space in cloud. And yes, I want people to learn cloud by interest. Most of the people are learning cloud just because of it's a buzzword. Maybe one of their friends has suggested them. FOMO, fear of missing out. Everyone is learning. Why should I be left behind? Or just for the salary reasons, like to get that hike and growth. But here is the thing that I just say. See, there was a problem in traditional IT which Amazon is solving. I was able to completely resonate with the flywheel that you always talk about, Siddharth, because I have seen the journey of Amazon. So what I talk about is solution mindset for a solution architect. Okay, so we need to understand that there was some problem in the traditional IT which Amazon is solving. Can we take a step back and understand what problem each of these services in Amazon? There are 230 plus services. If I talk about cloud computing, can we take a chance to step back, understand what problem each of these services is solving? With that, we are becoming a solution provider for my manager, for my client. So that's the whole mindset that I'm bringing. And like I said, it's just because of you and Blair, the context thing. So
amazing, Shyam, amazing. And you'll definitely be unique in this space because no one is thinking like this. Nobody has the mindset dimension. They only are talking about skill sets and tool sets, but they're not talking about the mindset. And that's where the magic is actually, you said, those are the blockers, the non-technical blockers. Yeah. Right. So next question is, when it comes to generating sales, I know a lot of people are from the technical background, IT background. They're normally not good in sales, selling and stuff like that. They're good in the topic. Correct. But tell us about your journey of implementing the webinar selling formula and selling products versus giving information. What has been your experience there?
And recently it has been amazing, Sidz, and I'm glad to say, so if I talk about my previous journey, like, where I said I worked as an advisor, I worked in those things. Sales is something I never connected with. I was shy of. I was very good at explaining the product and all those features which no one talks about in the market. Even when we talk about insurance, term insurance, and those things which no one talks about. So people loved it, but somehow I never had those guts to ask for money even after and with the right kind of mindset. I had all good intentions, but I never felt like. So sales is something that I recently worked on in this community, and I had to work a lot. But yes, now I can say I have built a muscle. I also conducted a call for quick, my accountability partner in those quick community on post sales, like how to do sales. So something that I felt important is, how to craft a product where you actually are thinking from a customer perspective, how to give them a win. So that is something I crafted. And since you asked about the webinar and those things, so initially I did 1 day or 2 day workshop. It was 2 hours of workshop, but somehow I was not able to connect with the people, or in that webinar kind of format. So I shifted to the WhatsApp model, where right now it's a 5 days WhatsApp model, and I take 1 hour a day. So my web session start from Sunday, goes till Thursday. Since last 3 weeks, I am completing in 4 days, but all these 4 days, I can take a person, from a naive person who has never worked on a cloud even a single day, right from creating the AWS account to working on 3 to 4 different set of services in just a commitment of 1 hour per day, that is 4 hours. So they are able to see amazing, what we say,
brilliant
breakthroughs in these 4-5 days. And then I am feeling so confident when on the 5th day, I totally do a sales pitch. It's nothing else, just a sales pitch. But I, show them how, if in this 4 hours of journey, if this 1 hour of commitment for 4 days can give them this transformation, what major transformation they could get, which I talk about the next 60 days challenge. And like I said, it's a pure result-oriented approach. I focus on that people who enter into this community should get the results, and that's what they are getting. So yeah, that has been the whole model. And Siddharth, something that I would like to mention, believe me, I don't have only the technical people. I have non-technical people, 2 people who are from civil engineering who jumped into IT. And no, I did not absorb them directly. I did a counseling, and I could see that interest that they had, and then I enrolled them. One of them cleared a solution architect certificate recently. I had the amazing person or experiences. Recently, I had a BCom fresher. So this person is totally fresher, no experience in IT or non-IT. I asked him to go through all the basics in 2.5 months. Last 2 weeks back, I have hired him as a support person in my community, and you can understand technical support person. So he has so immensely confident. He's immensely confident about it. So yeah, that is
superb. That really shows that what you teach and the environment you've created is helping them progress very fast. That's superb. And now tell us about now you've been a Diamond member for a long time, and how has that impacted you? And now you're part of the Warriors group. How has making that decision of being at the Diamond level helped you get these results? Like, what are the factors you can think of?
Yeah. So, Sidz, I don't think I had even a second thought for booking that for Diamond, because once I enrolled for that L1, in the L1 itself, at the end you make that sales pitch. So L1, I was very hungry, Sidz, I must say. So I was actually, my brother had hit COVID at that point of time, and I was kind of quarantined because I was with him. So I self-quarantined myself, and I was very hungry to grasp your course and complete it. So fortunately, I got the right time to grasp the course, and I think L1 I grasped it anywhere in 10 to 12 days. I took time for implementing, but I was very sure like this is what I was looking for. And one word is what I connected with you is ecosystem, because Sidz, I know I was looking for SEO. I know I was looking for marketing in those things. And I went to different YouTube channels, and believe me, one thing that I can sense is whoever person spoke about SEO or marketing things, I felt like they are holding something back. They are not sharing all the things. And with you in L1, I could clearly see that you were sharing anything and everything. So I was very sure this is what I was looking for. So I was very sure of Diamond. In fact, I must also agree that my even wife would not be aware of my investment until until she watches this Hall of Fame. But initially, I bought the L1 course, so that is what she is aware of my investment. The investment that I made in Diamond members, I was sure that is worth enough. But
yeah, and what kind of support have you been getting from fellow warriors? Like, how has those sessions been like?
No, the sessions have been amazing. So since I'm so sorry, I would like to apologize. Like I have been not consistent in this warrior call, because that's where my sessions start. But one thing I can definitely say is it's like initial when I entered like in your community, the first 1 year I've been attending a lot of your meetups and all those things. The only thing is this 6 months, believe me, Sidz, I have been working a lot on myself. I have gone through all those books of T. Harv Eker. I have gone through the one thing. Recently, I completed Ikigai and Subconscious Mind. The thing is that I feel there's a lot more to work on myself. So I'm spending a lot of time on working on myself. And like I said, I'm a full-time job going as well, person as well. But yes, somehow I am managing to do that. And yes, community, I'm already in touch with community with all those Telegram channels and those. So yes, I try to, whenever I feel low, I there is a time when I again get back to those messages. Recently I've also started publishing my figures so that I know where I'm heading. So
amazing, Shyam, amazing. Yeah, that's the power of the community. And I understand even many of our members, they go through a journey, and they discover themselves, and then whenever they have to come back, the community is always there to support you. So that's the beauty about DAM membership.
I would also like to mention something I forgot. So definitely I would like to mention the support of my family, my mom, my wife Anushka, and my daughter like Sachi. But again, I would also like to mention important support of my accountability partner Garima and her husband Kanan. So yes, I do follow accountability partner as well, module as well. And something that I want to voice out, especially in this session, because I don't know if people are taking this accountability partner seriously or not, but if at all they are not, they should. And more importantly, it's not that, okay, I'm accountable to you, so it's just that we have that call. But I am so serious that I'm completely interested in the business of my accountability partner, because this is what I feel like. Whatever I ask you to implement, when I say it to you, it becomes more obvious for me that, okay, this is what I should be doing, because I come from that mindset. If I say you something and if I'm not practicing it, then I do not resonate with that. So I am very interested to help my accountability partner to grow their business. So all people out here who are really who feel they have slowed down, they should check with their accountability partner. And again, they should not follow this process formally, but they should actually be genuinely be interested in his or her business, irrespective of whatever stream they are in. So one of the
amazing. That's a very powerful point, Shyam. And in fact, I introduced accountability system in the first day itself in our community. I make people go find the accountability partner. We have a big network, and I'm glad that you and Garima were able to hold each other accountable by being implementers. And I'm sure she's also growing in a business
yes,
because of that. Yes.
And I'm helping her to reach her this Hall of Fame. She would be soon reaching within this next month, because like I said, wherever I am reaching, I definitely want to carry as many people as I can. And yes, there are other group of members as well whom I'm associated with. I will also be thankful to Sam, because we connect a lot, and yes, I take his help.
Yes. So, very good. He's also in a similar space, right?
Yes,
in the technology space.
And a lot more different areas where we gel in. So yeah, definitely.
Very nice, Shyam. Thank you so much for sharing. It's such an inspiring journey, all of you, especially if you're a warrior. You can just cheer your fellow member who's got like 5,000 points into your system. That's the game that we have. So all of you here watching, in our Diamond membership level, we have like 4 different groups, Transformers, Warriors, Stars, and, and Avengers. And all are competing with each other right now in a very healthy way. We have a point system. So anyone achieves the Hall of Fame, they get points. And all, like normally in the world outside, people pull you down, the general environment, the newspaper, television, family, friends, like it's like that. But here we have created like a very different kind of family where everyone pushes you up, irrespective of what your topic is and what it is. So those of you here, if you're able to resonate with Shyam's journey, and if you know anybody in your family who wants to become an Amazon, AWS specialist, in the YouTube channel description is a link to his website. All of you can go check it out and go through his trainings. And if you'd like to be a part of the Internet Lifestyle Hub community, truly want to welcome you into this family. You can go to internetlifestylehub.com, or in the description below, there is sidz.co/join. You can directly join our community. We have a lot of people who are there to support you. At this point, when I'm recording, we have over 15,000 paid members in our community. Many of them are getting results. So I want to personally welcome you. So Shyam, this last point is more like the one thing question. Okay, so based on all your life experiences, your professional experiences, your learning experiences, if you have to bring it down to one success principle, correct, what would be your success principle for the audience here?
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me that chance. And So my success principle is fail fast to learn fast. And if you don't mind, can I go that I had to explain that?
Yes, please explain it. Yeah.
So Siddharth, from early childhood, we are being taught, okay, failure is something like taboo, like you are not supposed to fail. So we try to achieve success in a single shot, or we plan so much, we are trying to achieve that 100% perfection in a single go, which is a myth. So whatever I start through, there are, if at all I do not go broadly, I classify any journey in the broad way, it would be like your beginner, intermediate, and pro. So every every tool that you are learning, or that every tool that I learn with, I start as a beginner. But yes, I want to do all those mistakes, and mistakes, like once you do mistakes, that's experience, but second is crime. So that's what the principle I follow. But yes, I want to fail fast to learn the technology fast, and again, like I said, learn fast to move on to the next level. So yeah, that is my success mantra.
Fantastic. That's a beautiful one. And I've heard an adaptation of this is called the 4F, fail fast, fail forward. Okay, so fail forward. Yeah. So, and be a one mistake learner. Okay, if you do the same mistake many times, then there's some problem. But if you're able to make the mistake and learn from it, that's the best way. So thank you so much for sharing. That's a very powerful success principle. All of you keep that in your mind. And if you're watching this on YouTube, again, subscribe to my channel, share your comments below, and share your love and wishes to Shyam for achieving this first milestone. Shyam, you're just getting warmed up right now. I think you are the results that you've achieved is brilliant, and just a matter of time, you're going to see this scaling up very fast by continuing on the same journey here. So once again, congrats. Yeah. And you have anything else to share? Yeah.
Yeah, just two quick things, Sidz. Important one, that one thing I wanted to mention is, in this call itself, I wanted to mention my next target. So I'm planning to enter the 1 crore club by 31st October 2022. That's my plan. And
yes.
Something important what I wanted to share is, so in this month itself, I made a sales of 2.2 lakh. And that nice. Too, within three weeks. The fourth week, I did not go for sales because I wanted to ensure that I've been seeing your videos of those planning, how do you plan the next year? So I was very much focused from the October itself that I won't enter year 2022 without planning. So this week I completely focused on planning my entire next year. I have the complete list of all those plans into all those 5 categories that you said, career planning, spiritual, and all those. I have crystal clarity right now. So yes, I mean, that's something that I wanted to share, and every part that I have said, or we recorded in this video, that is what I had visualized all this, 1 year. And thank you so much for giving me that chance, Sidz.
Thank you, Shyam. Wish you all the best. And yes, clarity gives you the conviction and the power to move forward. So I'm so happy that you're, spending that time to plan the next year and go with that kind of clarity. All the best to you.
Thank you so much, Sidz. And once again, thank you so much for introducing me to this world of mentors, and bringing me in this right kind of frame. I'm happy to have a mentor like you, Sidz. So thank you so much once again for all the success. And yes, looking forward to see you in Crore Club and all those, your quantum and all those. I have those targets. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Gratitude and love to you. Yeah.